Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I once again welcome you to the Sri Chandra's distance learning program. Okay. Yesterday we were dealing with the topic Al-Huruf Al-Jazimatu. Al-Huruf Al-Jazimatu precede to imperfect tense and give sukoon to the five moods of imperfect tense and drop noon al-i'rabi from seven moods. And they do not make any change in two moods. Okay, the same as we had studied in the subjunctive particles. But the difference is they give sukoon to the last letter of imperfect tense of five moods, and they were giving fatha to the imperfect tense of the five moods. Okay. What are al-huruf al-jazimatu? Al-huruf al-jazimatu means jussive particles. The other name for al-huruf al-jazimatu is al-failul mudari'u al-majzumu, the imperfect tense in jussive case. The name of the lesson is like this: al-failul mudari'u al-majzumu. The lesson name is given in your reader is this one, but the topic actually deals with jussive particles. How many jussive particles are there in Arabic? There are nearly 10 jussive particles are there, but in your reader it is mentioned only in lam, lamma, lamu, amrin, la, an, nahiya. 5 jussive particles are given, so we will study those 5 jussive particles inshallah in detail. Yesterday I have given a brief introduction to the jussive particles. Today we will study this in a detailed form. Okay. So what we will do, first we will take the lesson name on the board. Okay. The lesson name is given in your reader is al-failu al-muzari'u al-majzum. Al-failu al-muzari'u al-majzum. This is your lesson name according to the reader. But what is the meaning? Al-failu al-mudari'u al-majzumu, the imperfect tense in jussive case. Okay. This topic deals with al-huruf al-jazimatu. Al-huruf al-jazimatu. Al-huruf al-jazimatu. Okay. Al-huruf al-jazimatu in English they are called as jussive particles. Jussive particles. Okay, actually al-huruf means letters, but in Arabic huruf has a broader sense. Huruf has a broader concept. So huruf are the part of the sentence. That is the reason we are translating al-huruf as particles, not as letters. Okay. Why? Because due to its broader sense in Arabic. Al-jazimatu, jussive. Those who give sukoon to the last letter. What is sukoon? Sukoon is a half circle mark shape. Sukoon is a half circle mark shape placed on a letter. Okay. These particles are also called as adatu or adawatul jawazimi. Adawatul jawazimi. Okay. Adawatul jawazimi, jussive particles. Okay. The words of giving jazm. The words that give jazm to the last letter of the imperfect tense known as adawatul jawazimi or adatul jazmi. If the word is singular, then it is called as adatul jazmi. Okay, adatul jazmi. Okay. The phone has fell down onto the ground. Okay. Now we are studying about adatul jazmi. What is adatul jazmi? Adatul jazmi is nothing but if the particle is singular, if the jasif particle is singular, we called it as adatul jazmi, or harful jazmi. Also we called this as harful jazmi as well. Okay, we called adatul jazmi harful jazmi, harful jazmi. The particle which give sukun. What is sukun? Sukun is a half circle shape diacritical mark placed above the letter. Sukun is a half circle like this, half circle shaped mark placed on a letter above the letter. We suppose this line as a letter, and this is what we call sukun. Sukun can be written as full circle mark, small o. Sukun can be written as small o as well in Arabic. Got it? Now we will take the definition of al-huruf al-jazima. After taking the definition, we will discuss about the huruf. How many particles are there in, how many particles comes under the category jasif particles? There are 5 particles mentioned in your reader. Those are in, lam, lamma, lamu amrin, la and nahiyatu. These 5 particles are mentioned in your reader. So we will discuss these. First we will take the definition. What is the definition? Al-huruf al-jazimatu. Al-huruf al-jazimatu, they preside, or the jasif particles, the jasif particles precede to imperfect tense. The jasif particles precede to imperfect tense and give sukun, like this, and give sukun to the 5 moods, of imperfect tense. They give sukun to the 5 moods of imperfect tense. They are, those 5 moods are: number 1, first person, number 1, third person masculine, singular. Okay, third person. Here I written third but not person. We will write it again. Here, third person masculine singular. Third person masculine singular. like yadhabu. As we conjugate this yadhabu, okay. Third person masculine singular is yadhabu. And second, third person feminine, singular. Okay, third person feminine singular, the word is tazhabu. Tazhabu. Next, second person masculine, singular, that is also tazhabu. Okay. We differentiate the words tadhabu and tadhabu according to the context. Okay. Third person feminine singular words are tadhabu, and the second person masculine singular is also tadhabu. How we differentiate between these two words? According to the context. Okay, according to the context, we used to differentiate in between these two words. Okay, if the context belongs to the male gender, then we will translate it as a second person. If the context indicates about the feminine gender, then we will translate this as a third person feminine singular. Okay. Now fourth and fifth. First person masculine and feminine singular, that is azhabu. And last one is first person masculine and feminine dual and plural. What is the word? Word is nazhabu. So, the particles, the al-huruf al-jazimatu, the jasif particles precede to imperfect tense and give sukoon to the last letter of these five moods. Okay, and give sukoon to the five moods of imperfect tense. So here we can add give sukoon to the last letter of five moods. Last letter of five moods of imperfect tense. Those five moods are yadhabu, tadhabu, adhabu, and nadhabu. When any particle from the jasif particles precede to this word, then it will become, instead of pesh, it will change its case to jasif. For example, if we prefix here lam yadhab, instead of lam yadhabu, it will become lam yadhab. So we will take the examples. I would request the students to take the screenshot. Then we will proceed toward the next examples. Take down the screenshot. Taken. Take down the screenshot. Now, shall I rub the board? Okay, we will proceed towards the next 7 moods to which these particles give sukun. Okay. We are studying about Jasif particles. Jasif particles are 5 in number, which is given, the number is given in your reader. Okay. First, we will discuss about these 5 modes. If any particle from the particles of Jasif case, for example lam, is preceded to the yazhabu, then it will change its case. It will replace zamma with sukun, lam yadhab. Instead of yadhabu, it will become lam yadhab. Okay, lam yazhab. Lam yazhab. What will be the change in the meaning? Yadhabu means he is going, he goes, or he will go. These 3 meanings, these 3 translations can be done in this one word, yadhabu. Okay, when the Jasif particle lam prefix to yadhabu, then it will make a apparent change. That is, it replaces zamma with sukun, lam yadhab. Then what is the hidden change in the meaning? The hidden change in the meaning is it changes the present tense into past tense. Lam changes the meaning to the negative past tense. It changes the meaning to the negative past tense. So the meaning will become lam yadhab, he did not go. Okay, lam yadhab, he did not go. वो नहीं गया. He did not go. Actually, yadhabu means he is going, he goes, वो जाता है. He is going, वो जा रहा है. He will go, वो जाएगा. Instead of these 3 meanings, when lam precedes to this word, first it will replace zamma with sukun. Then the change in the meaning is it gives the meaning of negative past tense. Instead of present tense, it changes the meaning to negative past tense. It converts the meaning to negative past tense, and the meaning will become he did not go, wo nahi gaya, like this. And for this particle, this mood, lam tadhab, she did not go. Lam tadhab, you did not go. Lam adhab, I did not go. Lam nadhab, we did not go. When we prefix lam to any of these 5 modes, then the meaning will become negative past tense. Lam yadhab, lam tadhab, lam tadhab, lam adhab, lam nazhab. Okay? Meaning is lam yadhab, he did not go. Lam tadhab, she did not go. Lam tadhab, you did not go. Lam adhab, I did not go. Lam nazhab, we did not go. हम नहीं गए. This is the meaning. Now, what we will do? We will proceed towards the next particle of next Jasif particle. Instead of lam, if we prefix lamma is also a Jasif particle. Lamma, the same change. Lamma yadhab, lamma plus yazhab. So it will replace zamma with sukun, lamma yadhab. It will become lamma yazhab. Lamma yazhab. What is the change? It changed the meaning to negative past tense and give stress in the present tense. It gives stress in the present tense. For example, lamma yadhab means he did not go. He did not go so far or till. Instead of till, we will write yet. He did not go yet. He did not go so far. वो अब तक नहीं गया. So lamma is playing the role it's changing the meaning to the negative past tense as well as giving stress in the present tense. Means he did not go so far. Lamma yadhab. This we will apply this lamma to all these 5 moods here. Lamma yadhab, he did not go so far. Lamma tadhab, she did not go so far. Lamma tadhab, you did not go so far. Lamma adhab, I did not go so far. And lamma nazhab, we did not go so far. In this way, the change will occur. Got it? Then we will apply one more particle, that is lam, lamma, then lamu amrin. Lamu amrin is a lam with kasra. The shape of lamu amrin is lam with kasra, li. Okay, we will study about this one. First you take the screenshot of the board. Is the voice clear? And what about the board? I hope that board is also clear. Take the screenshot. Taken? Okay. Now we are proceeding towards lamu amrin. Okay? Lamu amrin. Yesterday also we had discussed a bit about this lamu amrin. Today we will continue the same. Lamu amrin. What is the meaning of lamma? Lamma means not so far. So far. Not so far. Yet. Okay, not yet. Then what is lamu amrin? Lamu amrin is lam with the kasra li, and it gives the meaning should. What it does, it creates provocation in the meaning. Shall I rub it? Okay. As far as these 5 moods are concerned, they will give sukun to the last letter of the imperfect tense, these 5 moods. But as far as the noon Arabi is concerned, the noon of dual and plural will be dropped if these particles preceded to them. Okay. Now we will take another Jasif particle, li. Li. Li means, li it is a lamu amrin. The name of this shape is lamul amri. Lamul amri. And what is the meaning? Meaning is should. Chahiye. Meaning is should. Li. Lamul amri or should. So, what it will do? Li yazhab. Okay. If we prefix li plus yazhabu, what it will become? It will become li yazhaba. The li will change the dhamma to sukun. It replaces dhamma with sukun. Li yazhabu, instead of bu, it will become yadhab. Li yazhab. Okay. Li yazhab. What is the change in the meaning? The meaning will become he should go. He should go. Okay. Li yadhab, he should go, means it is creating provocation in the meaning. Okay. It is creating provocation in the meaning. Li yadhab means he should go. Now we will apply this li to all these 5 moods and we'll check what is the change in the meaning and in the apparent change and in the words. Lam yadhab, li yazhab, he should go. Li tadhab, she should go. Li tadhab, you should go. Li adhab, I should go. Li nazhab, we should go. Okay. When we prefix lamu amrin to these 5 moods, lamu amrin will change the case from dhamma to sukun, and it creates provocation in the meaning. It creates provocation in the meaning. Li yazhab, he should go. Got it? Now we will proceed towards the next particle. We will proceed towards the next particle. Take the screenshot, I will rub the board. Taken. Now we will take another particle, that is la an-nahiyatu. La an-nahiyatu. I am rubbing the board. Okay. La an-nahiyatu. La an-nahiyatu is a small R shape, small R in English, a small R shape, small R like shape. La an-nahiyatu. The name of this shape is la an-nahiyatu. An-nahiyatu means negation, denying. An-nahiyatu. La an-nahiyatu. Okay. Okay. La an-nahiyatu, it gives the meaning of negation. It creates negative meaning and it stress on prohibition. For example, la tazhab. La tazhab. La tazhab means do not go, or don't go. Do not go. So the first thing, it is changing the dhamma to sukun. Then in the meaning, it creating negation. It giving stress on prohibition. Do not go or don't go. La tadhab, don't go. Okay. Got it? Or we can take another example. La tashrib, do not drink. La tazrib, do not hit. Like this. Now the last one is in al-shartiyatu. The last one is in al-shartiyatu. In al-shartiyatu. If conditional. If of condition. Okay, if conditional in ashartiyatu. If what this particle do, it precedes to imperfect tense, it precedes to 2 verbs of imperfect tense. It needs 2 verbs. It gives jazm to 2 imperfect tense verbs. For example, in tazhab, azhab. In tazhab, azhab. If you go, then I will go. Okay. It creates the conditional meaning. If you, in tadhab, adhab, if you go, then I will go. In takhra, akhra, if you read, then I will read. In taktub, aktub, if you write, then I will write. This creates the conditional meaning. Got it? Take the screenshot, then we will proceed towards the next moods, next 7 moods. From those, they drop Noon al-Arabi. They drop Noon al-Arabi from 7 moods. Those 7 moods we will discuss on the board. Take the screenshot, then I will rub the board. Taken? Now, in lam lamma lamu amrin la an nahiya, lam lamma lamu amrin la an nahiya, and in ashartiya. These 5 are known as jussive particles. What they do, they precede to imperfect tense, and they precede to imperfect tense. They give sukun to 5 modes, and they drop Noon al-Arabi. They drop Noon al-Arabi. Noon al-Arabi. Noon al-Arabi from 7 modes. From 7 modes. Means they drop noon from the 7 modes of imperfect tense. Okay? Those modes are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Those modes are third person, masculine, dual. Third person masculine dual. Yazhabani. Third person masculine plural. Yazhabuna. Okay. Third person masculine plural, yadhabuna. Then third person feminine singular, third person feminine dual. Feminine dual like tazhabani. Okay. Third person feminine plural. Oh, sorry. This third person will not come. Second person, third person feminine dual, then third person feminine plural. In the third person feminine plural, they do not make any change. Instead, they will second person masculine dual, second person masculine plural. Dual is tazhabani, and plural is tazhabuna. And remaining 2 modes are second person feminine singular, that is tazhabina. Okay. And last one is second person feminine dual, tazhabani. Okay. These 7 modes, from these 7 modes, the jussive particles drop Noon al-Arabi from these 7 modes. For example, here you may notice that tadhabani, tadhabani. 3 tadhabanis are there. How we will differentiate? We can differentiate in between these 3 tadhabani with the help of the context. If the context indicates that the text is belongs to third person plural, then we will translate this as third person plural, or third person feminine dual, then we will translate this as third person feminine dual. What is the meaning of tadhabani? Tadhabani means they two female persons go. They two female persons go. They two female persons are going. They two female persons will go. In this way, this is translated. Tadhabani has three translations. Each word has three translations in the same way. But if we translate this tadhabani masculine dual, so you two will go, you two are going, you two go. आप दोनों जाते हैं, आप दोनों जा रहे हैं, आप दोनों जाएंगे, ये माने होते हैं. ठीक है. So what they will do, the jussive particles proceed to these 7 moods and drop noon al-i'rabi. This last noon which you are seeing, this will be dropped if they proceed to these moods. For example, lam yadhaba, they two did not go. Lamma yadhaba, first we will apply lam, then lamma, then li, then la. The la will be applied to the present tense. La will be applied to the second person moods, not to the third person moods. And in is applied to all the moods. Here, lam yadhaba, lamma yadhaba, li yadhaba, in yadhaba, like this. Okay. The meaning will be changed accordingly. Lam yadhaba, they two did not go. Lamma yadhaba, they two did not go so far. Li yadhaba, they two should go. In yadhaba, nadhaba, if they two go, then we go. Then we two go. Like this. Okay. Got it? Now take the screenshot. We will stop here, inshallah. In our next class, we will proceed towards the next 2 moods which these particles do not make any change. Okay? Assalamu alaikum.